Alright, so today I'm on the hunt for a new daily driver. So a little while back I had that Suburban, got kind of sick of that thing, traded that for a Jeep Liberty that was pretty neat, but it didn't really do anything good. You couldn't pull a trailer with it, it got crap mileage, like 13 miles a gallon, and there wasn't really enough room in it to haul anything. So I ended up selling that. I used some of that money to buy the hoist. Hopefully I'm going to use the rest of it today to buy a pretty good daily driver. And since I've got 2 kids, I was looking for something a little more practical, but man, they're so freaking boring. I could not bring myself to do it. I started off looking at like some early 2000s or 90s Honda Civics because they get really good mileage, they're real practical. I was looking at some minivans. Like the only minivan that I really thought was worth getting was a Toyota Previa. If you know, you know, those things are sick. But man, they suck so much and they suck the soul out of you and you just want to die every time you get in one. And I couldn't bring myself to do it. So I started looking for something that was both spacious and fun, some sort of 4 doors. I was really thinking about getting like a 80s Caprice or something like that because those things are cool, and just throwing some fuel injection on it. But I wasn't really finding any that were in my budget, really didn't want to spend more than like $25,000, $3,000, and didn't have any rust because I'm tired of dealing with rust. If I'm going to spend the money on something now, I don't want there to be rust unless it's like a really, really good deal. And then we found this, a 94 Buick Roadmaster Wagon. And I had a 96 a few years ago and that thing was sick. And I sold it too cheap, and I've been wanting one ever since. It's looking like the undersides of the doors don't look like they have any rust in the pictures. The dude had a huge list of everything he replaced on it. It looks like it was really well taken care of. So we're on our way to Flint, or Flushing, which is about an hour and a half away. And we're gonna go check it out, hopefully get it, because I love these things. These old, like, well, I shouldn't say old, but these GMB bodies, they're just so comfortable. And he said that if you baby it, like real feather-footed, you can get about 20 miles per gallon. I think it'll probably be about 15, 17, but it'll be more fun to drive. Oh, I see it already. Oh, I'm so excited.
It drives real nice. It's got, you know, a couple cosmetic flaws.
Right.
This literally came off like a week ago, but it's
Okay.
the looks.
Okay.
I looked it up on eBay. It's like 40 bucks, but
That's fine.
yeah, you can see it's got a little bit of rust.
I'm tired of dealing with rust.
Around the wheels.
Yeah.
And then back here, the doors are solid. It's got kind of some messy Bondo here, which I know is pretty ugly, but it's pretty clean for how old it is, I think. Issues, I know the only 2 issues I know other than the AC is this window doesn't roll down.
Okay.
And the back passenger one, when you roll it down, it gets like off the track, but
Right.
you can help it back up and it goes fine. You want me to pop the hood for you?
Yeah, that'd be great.
And it is a Buick. I know it's got a Chevy grill. The grill that came with it, I had.
Oh yeah.
You know, it fits on easy enough.
Yeah, it just pops on pretty much.
I mean, this is a Chevy grill too, so I don't know. But
yeah.
I just thought that one looked cooler on it. Oh yeah.
It's clean inside. Yeah, I used to have a 96 that I wish I hadn't gotten rid of.
And I'll tell you, I love this old car.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
The underside doesn't look too bad. So do you think this one's like the switch, or?
You know, I'm not entirely sure. When I was gonna fix it myself, but when I was trying to take off like the door panel, it was just sort of crumbling on me. And I was like, I didn't want to wreck the door panel, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I'll do that.
okay.
I'll wreck it. Alright, the Battle Wagon is acquired. Aside from just that little bit of rust in front of in front and behind the rear wheels, this thing is a cream puff, dude. It cruises really good. Headliner's dope. Came with a luggage thing for the back. Alright, man. Oh yeah. Check that out, dude. This thing is a cream puff, dude. I'm digging the blue interior. It drives so fresh. The only thing that's a bummer is the air conditioning was bypassed, so this is gonna be a hot drive. It's 92 out right now. Whew! But we got it. And these things are just, they're so fucking nice, dude. I love it. I love old man cars. And he had a fat stack of receipts for all the shit he fixed on this thing. He definitely took care of it. Here we go. I don't want to beat on it because, you know, but, all right. I think I'm gonna turn the camera off because I'm just sweaty and gross looking and I don't really have much to say right now. So we're just gonna cruise back to my place and we'll look over the car a little bit more there, maybe throw it up on the hoist. But I am so excited about this thing, dude. So, see you at the garage. Dude, I didn't even notice this thing has trailer brakes. That's fucking sick. There we go. Alright, we got the wagon home and made the hour-and-a-half trip no sweat. Well, aside from me, I was sweating like crazy because it doesn't have air conditioning. I just pulled it in, popped the hood to check a few more things, and I was just starting to go over some of the receipts that he gave me with the car. And man, this thing, he took care of it. Let's go over some of the receipts and everything. So there's the title, here's a list of the things, but let's look at the receipts. Let's see, this was HAL for blah blah blah. I don't know what that was, but they were 10 bucks a piece. Loaded calipers, so new brake calipers. 2 new mufflers, April 30th, 2018. Fuel filter and sending unit on April 27th. The car had 168,000 miles on it. It has 181,000 on it right now. And that was $521 worth of work for them to, let's see, exhaust needs mufflers, tailpipes. It doesn't look like they did that. They were just checking that. And then remove the tank and replace the fuel pump and the filter, and that was 500 bucks. Wow. And then this one, this is a bill for almost 900 bucks. Let's see, this was at 174,000 miles, so only about 7,000 miles ago. Check engine light came on and engine was making a noise. Look back at history, we've done some work with the engine. Let's see, engine noise is being caused by the AC compressor clutch. Recommended replacing AC compressor. Rear shocks are weak, so let's see. They put on an AC bypass pulley and replaced the rear shocks and rear hose and shit like that, and new belt. And that was almost $900 worth of work. So let's see, let's try and keep track of how much parts were for this thing and how much he had into it. The one thing was $521, and then this was $877, I think. And then this one is power steering pump. Looks like they just replaced that pump, 135 bucks. And they inspected the brakes and suspension, found the power steering pump was leaking, so they replaced it. That was 425 bucks. 425, that's a 5, trust me. And then this, let's see, customer was told ball joints are bad, found temp sensor unplugged and broken, found wire, tested gauge works, checked front end, found everything seems tight, could use a grease job. I would hope that they did that there. I mean, you're right there. It takes like 2 seconds. Coolant temp sensor, remove and replace, blah, blah, blah. That was 180 bucks. Holy crap, dude. I think that was the last one. Let's see, and that was at 169,000 miles. What was this one at? This one, yeah, 174,000 miles. 5/10/2019. And he said at one point he had the OptiSpark replaced and new plugs and wires and everything. And I mean, considering everything else he had done to it, I would probably believe that. So let's see how much he actually had into this thing real quick. See if I can still do this mental math. 4 plus 180. Where'd I get the extra 1 at? Yeah, I am a chump. This is 3. I screwed up at the very beginning. Anyway, he had over $2,000 in just receipts for that. And I paid $2,100 bucks for the car. So, I mean, Finnegan Economics, I got the car for $100. Let me know in the comments below what you would do to this thing if it was yours. Like I said, I'm probably not going to do them because if I was smart, I'd keep this thing super stock and keep it reliable, unlike everything else I have. I'm pretty sure I got like 26 miles a gallon on the way home, all highway miles of course, but still, that's way better than anything else I've got, aside from Jess's Focus of course. But that is going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. We'll see you next time.